The contents behind this smoke are about to throw the global Pokemon audience into the biggest internet uproar in franchise history.
What's up, guys? I all hope you're having a blessed day and welcome back to Blessed Reacts. Today we've got another video by Wheezy, part 3 of the trilogy of the Ash and Alain saga of X and Y series. People say this is one of the best rivalries in all of Pokemon. For me, it'll always be Gen 4 with Ash versus Paul, but this here does bring the hype. Let's get to the final showdown to see who comes on top. But without any further ado, let's get straight to the video.
The contents behind this smoke are about to throw the global Pokemon audience into the biggest internet uproar in franchise history. On one end we have Alain, the Megamon mercenary who's been convinced that it's either become the best or his loved ones are cooked. And on the other hand we have Ash, our GOAT for 19 years at this point. 0 major trophies in his first finals appearance ever, equipped with his strongest regional ace and its prophesized transformation. Victory's never been this within grasp for our GOAT, and it all comes down to whether he can just win one more battle. Welcome to the Kalos Trilogy Finale. Now, stakes this high aren't created within a single 20-minute episode. They're built off the backs of dozens if not hundreds of episodes prior, and everything leading up to now is why millions of Pokemon fans globally were tuned in on August 18, 2016 to this final climax. So to truly feel the gravity of what's at stake, allow me to provide you with some much needed context. Starting with, why the fuck is Alain even in this bitch in the first place? Now, we've already covered bro at length, but to catch you up to speed, he's a man on a mission to collect energy from battling Mega Evolved Pokemon because his totally not evil boss said so, and his makeshift little sister's partner Pokemon needs it to wake up from a coma, allegedly. So how the hell does a man on this urgent of a mission find himself in a Kalos League Final against a trainer that doesn't even have a Mega Pokemon? Well, for this, there's one person and one person only to blame. Bonnie. Walk with me, gang. Now, you may be thinking it must have been Ash that attracted this matchup, and you'd be partially right. This man loves attracting demons. Niggas see this man and start licking their lips ready to dethrone him. He's never been in a throne. But peep what happened here. Last these two met, Alain had just finished whooping the ketchup out this man, and Ash fell unconscious from the physical strain of holding that bond phenomenon. And after bro heals up a bit, he uttered the words,
I'll train hard to get strong enough to beat you, and then I'll win the Kalos League.
Pay close attention to this sentence. I'll train hard to get strong enough to beat you, and then I'll win the Kalos League. Insinuating, let me master this form, run me my fate again, and then you go about your business, and I'll go about mine at the Kalos League. But Alain didn't bite, and I let out a sigh of relief. Until...
You're gonna enter too, right, Alain?
What the fuck are you doing? Whose side are you on? This is the only man in the region who could threaten Ash's league run, and you decide to open your Goldilocks mouth, even the way you asked.
You're gonna enter too, right, Alain?
As if it's obvious. Bonnie, you're not slick. You know what you need to enter the Kalos League? 8 gym badges. You know what your brother is? A gym leader. So if you've never seen this man at the Lumio City or Osclad gym, no fucking shit he's not entering the league. You Dedenne whispering runt. Stop giving him ideas. Now luckily, Alain answered with,
I'm not really.
But he leaves the conversation with a mysterious 4 words after Ash talks about how great the league will be.
It sounds like fun.
Call me delusional, but this sounds like a no to me. Like a, you have fun with that sort of thing. Plus, the league is 9 episodes away and he got no badges. Ain't no damn way he could have even collected them all in time, right?
Gonna speed run the gyms.
Right? And it is true that during these 9 episodes where Ash was fighting enemies, as well as his own demons, there was little to no indication that Alain changed his mind, let alone went through 8 gym leaders and registered for the league. But that's because he didn't do it in these episodes. The writers snuck it in a movie. Look at this nigga, just casually facing Corinna at the Shalor City gym. Neither of them have anything to do with the fucking movie. This is their only screen time. The narrator is casually using this battle as a prologue to the movie to explain what Mega Evolution is, and I'm looking around like does no one else realize what the fuck this scene insinuates? I couldn't even watch the film in peace from all the anxiety, because he is coming. And although the writers are sick in the head for not showing us the result of the match in the same movie, they do show us some aftermath in an episode before the league starts. And just peep how this nigga Alain was talking to Corinna. Matter of fact, first of all, look how he did Lucario. Alright, here's your gym badge. Smurfing ass. Now that you've got 8, are you gonna enter the Kalos League? 8? She's supposed to be the 3rd. Yeah, GG bro. He don't even care about the order. And then he goes, yes, because there's a certain rat taming trainer that I have to squash. Okay.
Ash has a way
the exit will be right behind you. And don't get me started on this freaky little frog. Oh nah, this is a sick nigga. All of y'all in this room should be held fucking liable, because now there is a rabid smurfer on Ash's tail. And you might be wondering, hey, Corinna's an example of how Alain stacks against a trainer Ash has already faced, but what about the opposite? What happens when Ash faces one of Alain's ex-opponents? Well, after some digging, I found that in a different movie, Ash had a battle with Astrid, who you'll remember appeared briefly at the start of Alain's spin-off show, simply to showcase how utterly broken his Mega Charizard was. In Ash's case, to be fair, his battle with her lasted about as long as Alain's with Corinna. The only difference was...
To be fair,
all this being said, when they both pulled up to the league, I ain't gonna say I was stressed, but I was starting to get a little bit shaky, you know what I mean? And their first conversation for show ain't help. Ash grabbed his attention and went,
So you made it. I guess you couldn't resist the idea of lifting that trophy, huh, Alain?
Trophy? I didn't know there was a trophy. No, I'm just here so I can whoop your ass again.
Wait, what?
I mean, hopefully I can get some Mega Evolution along the way for old Lysander the Hedgehog, but nah, that's the big reason. Hey, I'll be seeing ya. Don't fuck around and get eliminated now. Even sitting here now, knowing we gotta experience those fireworks of a final, I am fucking terrified from hearing that shit. And what makes it worse is that he immediately shows us that he ain't all talk. They may have both made the finals, but there was not a single step along the way that Alain did not completely outclass Ash. After the matchups were settled in,
I know that ain't who I think it is.
we see Alain is matched up against Trevor, and they're about to kick off the tournament with a 3v3 spearheaded by a Mega Charizard versus Mega Charizard matchup. And let me just put it to y'all this way. Trevor's Charizard didn't land a hit. Alain dodged his first attack, splashed water to defend the second, dodged another Dragon Tail, parried a fire spin with flamethrower, and when Trevor set his Charizard up flying above the smoke, this sick ass nigga looks up and smirks before saying,
Straight ahead, angle 53 degrees. Use flamethrower.
I'ma stop you right there, big fella. Not a single protractor in sight, yet you spewing out degrees like my math professors. Calm your ass down. And so not only did Alain's Charizard not take a hit, but using the same sunlight that Trevor's Charizard put on the field with drought, he landed a sun-boosted flamethrower that one-shot him. Holy shit. Holy shit is right. And seeing as Alain was making quick work with Coconut Head, Ash cut to prepare for his own battle, because he was up next. And this is where we see the most annoying cutscene of this arc. Out steps this nigga Everett, a random bum who stepped to Ash as soon as he arrived near the arena, challenging him to a battle. And his whole thing is that he doesn't have 8 badges, and thus didn't qualify for the league, and now wants to beat Ash to prove that badges mean nothing. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? This dude needs to get a trigger warning job. And since Ash blew him off earlier and promised to face him next time, this stream sniping ass dick rider ganked him in the hallway right before his first playoff game. Ooh, nah, he dead better get me tight. All these fucking lengths you're going to, you better at least send out something devious. Oh my god. With all due respect, on God's green earth, let a nigga with Tapion's haircut try and step to me with one of these rich bitch Oh god, they talk about me at Peter's HQ like fucking Voldemort. Ash obviously smacks the poodle out this dude before giving a quick speech about how he's gonna win the Kalos League, while Ever gets on his knees all emotional, pleading to Ash to win it for the trainers who didn't get a chance to make the league. Am I the only one that doesn't have sympathy for this dude? This is just such a weird hill to stand on. Nigga, there's no prejudice here. If you don't got the badges, you ain't being discriminated against. Nigga, you suck! And the cherry on top is that all this bullshit was causing Ash to be late. And you may be thinking, damn, late already? Ain't Alain still battling? Don't be embarrassed if you ain't put the pieces together. But it was right under our noses the whole time. Because all the while Ash is dishing out thunderbolts and speeches, we see on the monitor in the back of this hallway that Alain is sweeping Trevor's Aerodactyl and Florges for the 3-0 win. This nigga is so demonic that he swept the first round before Ash could even make it from his seat to the battlefield. And while Alain's Charizard didn't get hit once, Ash's Greninja on the other hand, the first attack of the battle, my guy. Of course, he did win in the end with some mild cinema, I ain't gonna cap, but it was getting increasingly clear that there were levels to this shit, and those levels were soon gonna show themselves. So quarters are skipped over pretty heavily other than seeing how Lucha get his get back against Ash's Absol, but if there was ever a stark contrast between Ash and Alain's levels heading into the finals, it'd be from the semis. We already know what happened between Ash and Sawyer. That shit was no joke, and it came right down to the wire. Shit had Alain smirking once he seen Ash won, like, I finally see you, bro. Not every day aura farming, just take a seat. But Ash wasn't the only one battling someone he was familiar with. Oh my god, what happened to this nigga? My dog hasn't shaven in months. Even the eyebrows, my guy? The fit's crazier. There are more tats, more rope. Is your umbrella busted? Nah, my homie been on the streets, and it's all because of Alain. Ever since your ass did me dirty, I ain't been the same. I ain't shaved, I ain't showered, all because of one little mistake. What an amateur. Charizard ain't no damn dragon type. They've been calling me the sorriest dragon tamer in pop culture. I'm even below Hiccup and Toothless, bitch ass. Do you know what that does to a nigga's mental? On guard, bitch. And although they didn't show us the full battle, when they flashed that scoreboard, I'd seen everything I needed to know. Remo down to his last mon, and Alain only having used his Metagross and Charizard. And that's really ad Rock Goblin tells us something even crazier. Alain smacked this thing with his Charizard before even Mega Evolving, meaning he hugged that 4 times weakness to Rock for the fuck of it. He's a bastard, I'll tell y'all, plain and simple. And once he did Mega for Remo's Garchomp Garchomp, shit was even worse than their first matchup. I'm talking he grabbed this nigga out the Dragon Rush, tossed him into the sky, sauteed him with a not very effective flamethrower. And when Remo tried to retaliate with another Dragon Rush, Charizard simply Dragon Claw smacked that boy into the dirt. This is the last we see of Garchu, and that is the last frame we ever see of Remo. Not even a handshake between these two, with Sycamore looked down upon him like, damn, we really lost this thing. Like if Sawyer's positive, confident, glazing attitude compared to this mess doesn't show you the different effect of these two have on people, I don't know what will. And with this, the roads to the finals converge at last, with both finalists giving their teams one last speech before the curtain call. Alain was like, all of our hard work leads up to this. The blood, sweat, sacrifice, as long as we execute the game plan, we'll be fine. And before before you know it, Chespy will be healed. You're right, I know Ash is preparing just as hard.
What do we want? To beat Alain. When do we want it? Now!
Let's give it
Win
a
on 3.
Pokemon
1,
effect
2,
off.
3, win!
We kick shit off with Pikachu and Tyranitar. We don't even know 4 of Alain's Pokemon at this point, but good to know he just casually leads with a pseudo-legendary with weather effects. Alright, Tyranitar used Dark Pulse, which Pikachu dodged, but
Oh,
after a
it's
rough
really
fell into
used
the
the
river and
Pokemon
caused a
back
rain-like
with
splash,
weather effects.
Ash realized that, hey, water conducts electricity, so he Iron Tails the water to get Tyranitar all wet, then blasts it with Thunderbolt. Damn, smart cookie over here. He follows up with Electro Ball, but Tyranitar blocks it with Stone Edge and smashes it into shards towards Pikachu. That shit got some Stormtrooper aim until Ash got Pikachu to block back with Iron Tail. Then Tyranitar closes in with Crunch, and Pikachu sticks his Iron Tail in his mouth until Tyranitar wagged him around and tossed him into the air, opening Pikachu up to acrobatically hit him with an Electro Ball from the sky. Yeah, big fella, your time has come. And your time has come to subscribe, if you want. Great performance by the rat. That shouldn't even have come to 2 things. By the Zygardes! If he does that 5 more times, he'll be the champion! Calm your giddy ass down, bro. What if though? And this is where Ash got a little too excited. When you knock out a Pokemon, we all know it's now on the opponent to switch first. But what does Ash do?
Alright, Pikachu, you can take a rest.
Ooh. And then when he sends out his Noivern, did this man just give me a free switch?
Let's go, Weavile!
Oh, yeah, this is why we don't do that, big man. This one went as expected. Mismatch of fucking doom. They humored us with a little bit of some back and forth, you know, polar plonkers a little bit. Like people in Weavile use double team.
I say it's a dragon
look,
type.
Noivern got echolocation. He can find the real one. Maybe Noivern has a chance. Goofy. Weavile dodged his Dragon Claw and sprayed an Ice Beam till it caught his wing. You already know this little ice was enough to put man in the red. Then dove down on him with Night Slash for the knockout. Yeah, let's just sack one of our few checks for the big beast pulling up at the end. Dumbass. So as Ash is comforting Noivern, Hawlucha popped out like, Elgago, are you fucking good, Holmes? Because, you know, they've been locked in since he was a bat. You know, real twin shit. Found his egg, taught him how to fly, scrapped his Zapdos together, and Ash said,
Alright, you're up next, buddy.
it's a good matchup, I know, but Ash, get a fucking
really
grip
like
on your team,
the-
lad. And to start, Hawlucha can't
really
land a
like
hit to
when
save his
he-
life.
Ash
And
is
Weavile
supposed to
freezes the
have,
river and gets him slipping. Ash then gets Hawlucha
partnerships.
to do something interesting.
Stay right where you are.
Now, Hawlucha's always enjoyed battling by taking hits to start, and since there's already some impact absorption from sliding around, this is actually a perfect situation to do it. So Hawlucha
It's
starts
really
heating up
like
like a Gear 2
Surfetch
Luffy,
and,
and from that you already know.
flipping
Fighting versus Dark Ice,
Draco
barbecue
Fish.
chicken alert, fair play, man.
And the
That's called
partnership.
knowing your players, man. Real man manager shit. But then Alain made an interesting choice. He replaced one Mon that's 4 times weak to fighting with another. That's actually 3 in a row now. So Bishop starts with Thunder Wave, which is just crazy, because we really a coin flip away from that not doing shit in what would have been a cinematic ability reveal. But nope, he's got unburdened in a world where nobody uses items. Shit's looking decent at first, but then as Hawlucha's struggling to move, Alain pulled out a lethal combo. Dodging high jump kick, which is already enough to make somebody want to jump off a cliff. But then as Broski is probably just a mere tackle away from death, he says,
Guillotine, go!
you gotta be a sick individual to bring any of these moves to a playoff match. And to risk that roll while my man is already
Guillotine,
on his
you know.
deathbed due to 2 opponents,
Out of pocket for that shit.
both of them
really
will call
hit
their
them
Mons
up
at this
with
point and send out their
like
birds.
his
And this was just a good
Power
old-fashioned
Ranger
peak
pose.
aerial battle. Hella clashes, hella chasing, hella nosedives, all coming together in a beautiful clash of Sky Attack and Brave Bird. Surprise, surprise, a double
Brave
knockout,
Bird once
officially
again
making it
said,
even at
"Okay."
3 Pokemon left at halftime, with 1 that's already battled a little each. And get a load of the peanut gallery. All tied up, it's getting tricky. I got a parlay on Alain. After how he did me, I know it's gonna hit. Fuck, my shit's already cooked. How the fuck did Noivern not get a kill? Well, fun fact here, no, Ash has never beaten Alain in a battle.
I told you last don't bet on Ash.
Not too much of my ball now, sis. Just because you spend your days with Timon and Pumbaa and don't know real battling, don't mean you come in here looping Ash with them bums. He gon' win this shit.
My man, my man, my man!
Ash then tells Alain that he wants to battle with everything he got, and for the first time since his lab days, we see him crack a smile and think to himself, wow, his fiery spirit just makes you want to obliterate him even more. Come on, bro. So next matchup is Pikachu and Metagross. Pikachu starts with that classic Thunderbolt, but Metagross agilities around, surrounding him, and slams him with a Metal Claw before pelting him with another Rock Slide. Pikachu barely makes it out the rubble, but then Metagross uses a Meteor Mash that lands him the right hit and sends him across the newly grassy map. Mind you, Pikachu's already put in work against Tyranitar, and now he got another Pseudo to deal with. Metagross then charges up another Meteor Mash, but Pikachu shuts that shit down with Electro Ball, which is OD crazy, because it left Alain looking like this. And I can't even blame him, because if I'm using agility and you're still doing damage with Electro Ball, you gotta be on some different shit. Pikachu then lands on him and slams the Thunderbolt that
That's
dead
our
lasted
boy
like 20
Pikachu.
seconds. I ain't seen shit like this since Drake's Dragonite, bro. Eventually, Metagross is able to shake him off, but this rat is 1 of 1 in the air, bro, and brings down the hammer with an
Iron
Iron
Tail.
Tail for the knockout. 2
Super
knockouts from the rat
effective.
and beating a Metagross with Iron Tail of all moves, that is phenomenal. Ash, you are moving me.
Oh, we love it, and I think I deserve it.
Alain shut the excitement in the arena down real quick with his next Mon.
Charizard, let's go!
It's the first we've seen these two face off, and Pikachu gets it cooking early with a nice
Back
quick
with the
attack.
OG
Yes, sir,
Kanto
right to the belly.
starters.
Then he hits a Thunderbolt while Charizard still has it Mega. That's big, super effective damage. Come on, man. Ash tries to instruct
W.
another quick attack, but my man just can't get up, bro. He's tired. Charizard launches a flamethrower, but Pikachu slams an Iron Tail at the ground to block it. They then clash with Dragon Claw and Iron Tail, but standing
How many
ovation for
times
you
has
today.
Pikachu faced
2
the
pseudo legendaries
Charizard
and body bags
as
and
part of
early
the
damage on the
final
ace.
battle?
You got yours, my brother. And now Ash is in a pretty
Kanto,
blessed position. 2
Owen,
unused Mons versus 2 beaten up
X
ones on
and
Alain's
Y,
side. And out comes Google, causing
Journeys.
Alain to switch to Bishop. This is how you switch, by the way, my nigga.
Don't mind me, but I'm about to rain on your parade.
They says. Which is perfect because with Gudra's ability, it means he can't get paralyzed by Bisharp's Thunder Wave. So then Gudra uses Ice Beam, but Bisharp dodges and goes for Iron Head. Gudra then grabs him with his antennae and tosses him before Dragon Pulsing, but Bisharp counters it with Focus Blast. Bisharp then hits a direct Iron Head and another Focus Blast, but Ash has him tank it while using Bind. Alain then has Bisharp get around it for another powerful Iron Head, and then Gudra releases the Bind. Shit was so cinema that Gudra's homies back home were even watching it from the reserve. But somehow, Bisharp has still not fainted. He comes in for another powerful Iron Head that Ash was too stunned to respond to, and while he's on the ground, Ash desperately instructs another Dragon Pulse, but it's too late. This is a devastating swing in momentum, ladies and gentlemen. Bisharp now has to kills his damn self. And Gudra, the man who beat Luxray, the man who Ash pulled out of retirement for this league, the man who's here when Ash admitted to,
I thought maybe Professor Oak could send me one.
essentially here instead of guys like Infernape, Charizard, or Mega Charizard counters like Crocodile, now leaves the league without a single kill. He couldn't even get one clean one against Sawyer. My guy was thrown into a battle against the Slurpup and barely managed to draw. And at this point, I'm starting to realize something very peculiar. Alain's team is connecting in a way you may not expect. Theory mode, you gotta take the wheel. Now this is the first time we've seen Alain's full team. We know he got Charizard back at the lab, but Metagross, Tyranitar, Unfezant, Weavile, and Bisharp. None of these Pokemon are native to Kalos. Stick with me now. And I thought, maybe through his travels he found them around, but I fear it was something far less natural. All of these Pokemon are available in XY via the Friend Safari, the Safari Zone system that relied on having 3DS friend codes added. Y'all may say coincidence, but I'm not. This man Alain ain't just a cold-hearted trainer. He is an industry plan. This man don't got any friends nor connections to be pulling all these mods from, but who does have a lot of connections? Bingo. Y'all seen the way he smooth talks Steven. Whose Friend Safari you think had the Matang? Duh. He's setting up the same type of operations in Sinnoh, Johto, and Unova, bruh, cause this is an outrageous team. An Unfezant with Steel Wing. Seriously, A? Y'all saying it's a TM, I'm saying it's an egg move. Bisharp should not be moving like Prime LeBron, but with 2 guaranteed perfect IVs, shit, it could. Come on, he put this team together last week. Get right before you get left. So now at last it was Greninja time, and he settled my nerves immediately.
I'll never forget it. He's super tall, bro, and like it's super intimidating when he has so many bodyguards around him, and he came in. I was so nervous, but when he stuck his hand out and smiled, I felt safe.
You give this demon Water Frog that rain boost and you get what you expect. Bisharp comes in, but with some elusive double teams and a boosted Water Shuriken, he finally puts this fucker in the dirt.
It's about damn time.
And with that, the damaged Charizard returns to the fray. And this is the finale we've all been waiting for. Both run at each other. Flamethrower into a Greninja dodge, and with the raid still up, I'm sat here like Ash. Hit him with the Water Shuriken. It's time. The belly's exposed. I really wanted to cover this battle without poking fun at the obvious why run cut on Greninja, because I've seen Cut put in that work. But why the fuck are we wasting the raid? What's the point? You had this fat ass belly for the Tekin, he hasn't Mega to neutralize the super effectiveness, and you use Cut. I can use Cut. Oh, look at me, Charizards beware, I'm armed. And now the clouds are gone. Are you tapped? Shit had me in my room looking at raid dances begging for it to come back, bro. So obviously it's emergency time and they activate Ash Greninja. Sycamore's admiring it, the crowd's admiring it, Team Rocket, even backdooring ass Lysander's giving a little sneer. Alain responds with a transformation of his own, and the stage is absolutely set. Greninja closes in and double teams, but Charizard sweeps through the face with Flamethrower. Greninja then flings a Water Shuriken, but Alain gets him to parry with Dragon Claw. They then hand-to-hand with Aerial Ace and Dragon Claw, pure blockbuster cinema that ends with Charizard edging it. Ash is feeling the pain, and Charizard follows up with another Flamethrower. Greninja is able to barely protect himself with Cut. See, it's not all that bad. And Charizard then whips out Blast Burn, but Ash gets in his bag, and Greninja Water Shurikens the ground with his own aquatic Blast Burn. Oh my word, you'll never see anything like this ever again. Greninja then sneaks his way through the steam to Aerial Ace him and heals him right on the dome. And we're treated with the final dialogue before the deal is sealed. Ash, you real as fuck for showing me how to smile again. Whooping your shit is better than any therapy I've ever experienced. Your unbreakable spirit, it's like a free punching bag over and over. But this is it. I'm ending this shit now.
Alain, you're super cool and your shiny Charizard is always a fun challenge, but I need to be a Pokemon master, so I have to win now.
They go for it again with Cut and Dragon Claw, then Thunder Punch versus Water Shuriken, and this combat is just absolutely intense. But then we all feel it. This is it. Greninja has gotten the best of him and has him staggering. Ash sees the opening through his eyes and gambles it all on this. A Water Shuriken so big and powerful, it changes into an amazing fiery orange. Never seen before. Alain's so influenced by Ash's synchronicity that he mimics a Blast Burn for his final move call. The two moves clash, the silence fills the arena, everyone around the world waiting for someone to break, and...
Oh my God. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
This has got to be the biggest bait in Pokemon history. The never before seen move, the stagger on Charizard, the type advantage of the moves, but it still didn't matter. As you can imagine, or experienced, this had a horrible reaction. Can you blame them? Japanese episode titles always spoil what's gonna happen. And this one was called Kalos League Victory, Satoshi's Ultimate Match. Y'all are really trolling. Dislike bombs on official Pokemon videos, memes flooding the timelines, even threats that I'm not gonna show on screen. Yeah, these niggas were out of pocket. But just like that, our region champion was crowned, and once again, their name was not Ash. But as y'all know, this may have been the climax of the league, but the climax of the season season was still to come. And I ain't forget y'all asked for a separate Zero Rico organization review of an orange-headed freak and his team. So this does conclude the Kalos trilogy, but if this vid gets 10,000 likes, fuck it, a bonus episode on y'all heads. And with that, thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch y'all very soon. Peace.
I hate a
They
privilege.
really
when people
just
don't
wanted to keep Ash as the main protagonist because if there was one time he was supposed to win, that was the one. But it is what it is. He gets his W and get back next season in the the Alola region, and obviously it takes in the W in journeys. Quite the journey Ash went through, and we're all proud of our boy when he finally did take the W. But that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was part 3 of the Weezy trilogy of Ash's Kalos journeys. And if you liked it, we'll continue doing more Pokemon videos. If not, there's still a lot of other content that I am planning to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, ciao.